vision.
Hey, what's up guys, RST here back again with another video for you guys, and it's been a while since I've done a proper sneaker video, so today we're going to be making a proper sneaker video. More specifically, we're going to be comparing these two lovely shoes right here, which are the Ultra Boost Uncaged and the Yeezy Boost 350 V2. Now these shoes are super similar. They both feature prime knit uppers, they both feature boost in the midsole, they're both made by Adidas, but the difference comes into the price. The Ultra Boost Uncaged is usually priced at $200 or $180, and this shoe, which is the Yeezy Boost 350 V2, is priced anywhere between $400 to $600, even though it goes for like $220 retail, even though like literally this is supposed to only be 20 bucks more than this. So today I'm going to be helping you guys out and helping you decide if it's truly worth it, you know, to pay an extra 400 to 500 bucks to basically get a Yeezy Boost 350, and if it's worth all the hype that it's been getting for the past like 2 years. Now the first thing I really want to talk about is the uppers, since this basically is a make or break if you're gonna buy either shoe. Now although both of these shoes are made of prime knit, there's a common misconception when it comes to like a shoe being made of prime. If someone tells you, you know, the usual rule is like, oh, if it's prime knit then it's gotta be like, you know, the best fabric in the world. Like no other shoe, no other fabric is better than prime knit. And the problem with that is that Adidas doesn't make every single prime knit shoe the same. If you look here, the knit on this Yeezy Boost 350 is super strong. Like it's a really, like I can't even push my hand through it. It's a super strong prime knit, and this is made possible because of a new 3 yarn knit they're doing with the Yeezy Boost 350, only the version 2, not the version 1s. And the reason they're doing like this 3-way yarn knit is for the more intricate colors of this, even though this is like pretty simple, it just has a simple stripe. If you look at the Beluga release, which released earlier this year, that had like a lot of stripes, had a lot of wavy patterns, a lot of little hidden things. You can even see here the hidden copper sprinkles. You can see them, the copper sprinkles, and it's made for more intricate patterns. That's why they're doing in a stronger knit. And although it's made for that, it also provides great foot support overall. It keeps your foot locked in place, which is why you don't need the cage. And plus, this shoe actually fits a lot better than this shoe, even though I haven't even talked about this yet. As you can see here, the upper, like if you look at this is like a moccasin. Like I can open this up and it's like really stretchy. This shoe, on the other hand, is like really tight. It's like a collar, like a neck collar, almost like it's like a tie around your ankle. And I don't like that about this shoe. Like it kind of just locks around your foot. And for those who want a more loose fit with the Yeezy Boost, like this is like a slip-on. Like, you know, it's got the little heel tab there. For those like me who have like, you know, wider feet and like more freer shoes, I kind of don't like this collar, kind of digging at your heel, kind of being locked around your heel. But I also do kind of like it because all you need to do to put the shoe on, you don't even need to have laces on these. I don't even know why they give you laces with these. You could literally just slip this on and you're fine. These you do definitely have to tie down, because as you can see, like this, I don't know, this is like the fin. This is like a shark fin. I like to call the shark fin of the shoe. You can see it spreads out and it opens up the shoe. This you do have to tie down. You know, you gotta put more work into it. But because I like a freer fit, I'm definitely gonna have to go with these in terms of like overall like construction fit of the upper, just because it feels better. Like on this too, if you look at the construction of this, it's all over the place. Again, it feels like a sock with that collar over there, and it's really stretchy. Like look at this. I can take my hand in, I can like poke through it, I can make finger puppets, I can do all this kind of stuff. And the only hard part of the shoe, which is like this is what's really cheap about it, they try to make a fake cage. I know you can't see it. I can't put actually I can't put the camera inside. Alright guys, let's go inside. You can see there, hopefully, that it's kind of like a fake TPU. hold on, let me just adjust this. If I go inside, yeah, you can see where the holes are. They kind of put that extra TPU lining in there, and it feels weird. Like, you can see this is the only hard part of the shoe, and this is the, this is the stretchy part, where your foot can stretch out and stuff. But this really doesn't do any support at all. This actually has a much better support just by having, like, stronger construction and stuff. And if you look here, because it's like a raised, it's kind of like a raised outsole on the medial portion of the foot, it's really, really nice and provides stronger arch support. This doesn't even have arch support, but that doesn't mean it isn't comfortable. Don't think just because I'm saying all these good things about this that this isn't comfortable. It is comfortable. It just fits more like a sock, and I like that this is freer and more like durable. That's the only thing. For $200, you're still getting a great shoe with this. Next up, let's talk about the Boost. And again, just like I was saying with Prime Knit, not every Boost shoe is created equal. Depending on the shoe Adidas is making, they'll put more Boost in it. They'll put Boost in certain portions of it. It all depends on the shoe. Now, the Ultra Boost used to be Adidas's flagship for Boost shoes. It was known as the shoe with the most Boost. Like, out of all the shoes that had Boost in them, this shoe had the most of it. That it had it had it through the entire shoe. It was known to have the most Boost in it. But that crown has indeed been taken by the Yeezy Boost 350 V2. And wow, I'm making this look like this is the best shoe. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. This is still good. Just trust me. Now, the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 does have more boost. And if you're wondering where, even though this is like, it has boost throughout the entire shoe just like this, it has more boost in the heel. Now, this is actually a really smart move by Adidas that I think a lot of people didn't really see, because if you notice, when you walk a lot, like when your feet get sore, your heel's the first thing to go out. So by putting more boost in the heel of the shoe, this way when your heel goes out, your heel's going to get that extra support. It's going to feel more relieved. You're going to feel better when you can probably walk longer because, your heel is getting comforted even when it's sore. And so, yeah, I really do think that even though this is like a really hyped up line, they're still thinking about, the everyday person who's going to walk in this, who's going to maybe even run in this. Like, you could truly run in this if you tighten up the laces a little bit. They're not just making this as a hype shoe. Like, this is a really functional shoe, especially with that medial support we talked about earlier. Like, it's a real running shoe. Like, it's really, really nice. And even though this shoe was made for running, I'm not doubting this at all. This has a completely different, boost feel to it. Even though it doesn't have as much boost in the heel, it has a lot of boost. Like, when you walk in this shoe, you feel the ground, but it's like a good feeling. Like, you can run for days in this. Like, I beat these shoes up. Like, I've gone through 3 pairs of these. I've loved every single pair. I only got this pair really recently, and although I like, it's like excessive comfort. Like, you're walking, it's like stupid comfort. But this is great for when you're running. You need, more like that energy return that they're talking about. When you're running and running and running and putting your feet through this, it gives you that extra bounce. Like, because it's through equally proportioned throughout the entire shoe, it's giving you that extra bounce in every single step. And that's what I really love about it, especially going on inclines. Really, really helps you tackle those inclines. That's why I really, really do like that, and it flexes. Because going onto the outsole right here, you can see that torsion system. It kind of helps the shoe flex with your foot, and that's something the Yeezy Boost doesn't do. This feels pretty rigid in terms of boost. Like, when you walk, it doesn't flex with you. It doesn't flex with your foot. This does flex with your foot, and that's why it's kind of shaped in this kind of like wonky, kind of Aladdin shoe shape. When I first saw these, like, if you look at the really old ones, they were pointed up like this. Like, damn, man, they were really crazy looking. But still, I'm gonna have to give. I'm not picking winners in this category. It just goes for you. Like, it depends. You like more, just walking comfort. This is more like you want comfort in walking. You just want a really, really comfy shoe overall. This is more like I want comfort when I'm running and I'm walking. Like, I want comfort all throughout. I want a foo. Oh my god. I want a shoe that walks me. I want a shoe that flexes with me. I want a shoe that, you know, adapts with me. This shoe, that's why the Ultra Boost is the king of running shoes. This shoe really flexes with you, and that's why I really do like this shoe in the Boost category. Last but not least, let's talk about the outsole of the shoes, because, you know, no one really pays attention to outsoles of the shoes, but outsoles are really important. Now, I touched on this earlier with the Ultra Boost about the torsion system, and again, that torsion system is key for, like, you know, flexing with your foot and all that. But the really cool thing about the Ultra Boost is that since day one, it's always been having Continental rubber in there. Now, if you don't know who Continental is, Continental makes tire rubber. Like, they make tire rubber. So this thing, again, with that that torsion flex, you know, it's not only flexing with your foot, it's got solid grip. Like, oh my god, the grip on this is crazy. Is it like basketball traction grip? No, I'm not saying that. But for running, oh my god, is the grip on this crazy, man. For runners, for walkers, if you're just trying to, like, you know, stick to the ground, man, this shoe is great for grip. Like, I can't even begin to describe it. Yeah, if you're looking for traction, a shoe with great traction, go for these. Now, the reason I like to talk about the Yeezy's outsole is because this is probably, like, the most important difference about it compared to the V1. On the V1, it still had that ribbing in it. You know, it still had that, you know, basic ribbing here. But now they kind of increased the ribbing here, which gave it more traction than the V1, as you can see, ribbing here. And it actually looks more like the 750 ribbing. If you guys do own a pair or have seen a pair, they got the more boost cutouts there. They still kept this, but it's got a lot more traction in it. I'm not gonna say it has. Obviously, it doesn't have as much traction as the Ultra Boost, but it's pretty good for what you get. Like, you don't. It's not like you're riding on ice skates. I'm not saying that, but, like, you know, it's really good traction for you get. And I like this little heel pad they had here. It's a small little touch, but it helps your heel, you know, kind of stay I don't know if this makes sense. It kind of lets your heel, you know, lock down to the ground a little bit more. I like that little crash pad they added there. But overall, this ribbing on the shoe definitely helps with traction. It's because if you do plan to run in these, don't be afraid, because again, this traction is there. It's not like as crazy hardcore. Like, there's even circles here. You know, that's awesome. But just do know, if you do plan to run in these, or do some heavy walking, I guess, the traction on this is really nice. I especially just like it because the outsole of a Yeezy is probably what drew me in to this shoe overall. The ribbing on the shoe, that's why I really like this shoe, just aesthetically. I'm just talking about design. That's why I always will like this shoe over this, even though it's the same material, same thing. I love this ribbing right here. And that's probably one of, like, the main highlight design elements I love about this shoe. So just know, if you care more about traction in your shoes, care more about grip on the ground, definitely go for the Ultra Boost on that. But if you don't really care too much about traction, just want something that's, you know, just gonna keep you on the ground, just something that doesn't feel too slippery, definitely go for the Yeezy Boost on that. And yeah, that's it for the outsole. Now let's answer the question at hand. Should you spend an extra $400 to $500 for a Yeezy Boost 350 V2 or any Yeezy Boost overall? And I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you can do it, if you have the money to, if you're able to, do it. But only do it if you feel like this is the shoe for you. Again, you know, some people like the more lockdown fit. Some people like more traction. Some people, you know, don't care about the design. Like, you know, you gotta have a reason to put down $400 to $500 for a Yeezy Boost 350. Like, don't buy it because it's what everybody wants. You gotta have a reason for it. You gotta feel like, oh, I like a more free moccasin fit. I like, you know, the cool ribbing on this thing. I like the design really much. I like the design a lot. I like the lacing system on it. I like, you know, that it's got more heel support. You have to have a reason to put down this money. And I feel like if you don't really have a reason to just buy this, and if you're just gonna put down money and buy pairs, like, you can buy as many pairs as you want, but if you don't have, like, a reason for it, and it's just gonna sit on your shelf, you know, I feel like that's just money wasted. You know, why are you gonna stick it on a shelf if you're just never gonna wear it? So definitely, if you guys do have the money and you do feel like you have a great reason for getting it, like you've just, like, it could be the stupidest of reasons, like, I like that it says supply for $350 on it. Don't buy it mindlessly. Don't buy it with the mentality that you're just gonna leave it on a shelf and you're never gonna wear them, because these are shoes that are meant to be worn. They're actually functional. You know, they're not like, you know, just display only. Like, these shoes are more functional than those might think. Like, for a designer shoe, like, for, you know, I'm considering, yeah, Kanye is a designer. It's a really, really functional shoe, and I think it's really great for the money. For those with problem feet, this is actually a really, really good shoe. For those with wide feet, again, this is a really great shoe. But if you don't feel like, if you just want the look of the shoe, but don't feel like paying that $500 to $400, this is great. I mean, the rope laces on it. These rope laces were given to me by Adidas with the box. It looks just like it. It looks just like it. I'll tell you this. I owned an Uncaged gray before I got this triple white pair, and I put the turtle dove laces on it. So many people thought they were actual turtle doves. Like, so many people, just because of the rope laces, the color scheme, they thought they were turtle doves. Because to most people, all they need to see is that color scheme and that, you know, the lacing, and it just looks the same way. If you just like that simple Yeezy free look, if you just like that look but don't want to pay as much, go with this. Like, this is perfect. I've gone through 3 pairs, and plus, if you want to use these like as a beater shoe, just, you know, use these on the side. Oh, I'm gonna use these as a, you know, walking shoe, but I also need to use these for track. Do that, man. I mean, they're great. They still look great even though they're beaten up. You know, I still love to wear them and stuff. And these are the triple white pair. So for a triple white pair of shoes, these don't get dirty that easily. But again, it all depends on your fit, your preference, your style, how much money you're willing to put down. And yeah, that's my honest opinion on, you know, if you should really do it for Yeezys. And yeah. Anyway, guys, this was RST with a sneaker comparison for you guys. I know I don't do too many sneaker comparisons for the channel. I mainly do tech videos, but I like doing these type of videos because I am a sneakerhead on the side. But yeah, anyway, this was RST with another sneaker video for you guys. Peace, peace.